I'm Mike Bristol with Carmelo Anthony Foundation, joined alongside with Coach Jim Boeheim, Bay Frazier, Carmelo Anthony over there. Coach, you were able to go out and get a guy like Carmelo Anthony. Tell me about what attracted you to this guy and how great of a player he was.
Well, the first time I saw him, he made a three, drove by the guy on the next shot and dunked it, and then made a 15-footer. And I said, that's enough. We can tell this guy's going to be a special player. And time he weighed about 190 pounds, so he's a little thin, but by the time he got to Syracuse, so a year later, he weighed 229, 230, so he was ready right from the beginning. And he always wanted to come here. It wasn't a big recruiting. He just visited one day and looked around, and the next day he said, I think this is it. I want to come to Syracuse, and that was really the end of the recruiting process. It didn't take a long time, and I didn't have a chance to mess it up any. So and he obviously came in here and not only played great, he helped his team play great and won a national championship in 1 year, and then left us with the Carmelo K. Anthony Center here. With his contribution, we were able to make this building a reality.
Did you think early on that this is a one-and-done guy? You're not a coach known for one-and-done players.
Well, at the time, I thought he might need 2 years because of physical strength, but he gained that strength right away, got stronger right away, and it was pretty obvious after the first year he was going to be gone.
How about in terms of Olympic play? Outstanding, two-time Olympian, two-time gold. Tell me a little bit about his play.
He fits in with any team. He just finds his spot. He's a great shooter. He can post up, but primarily he's a guy that is going to get points up on the board. If you get him in the game, he's going to get points on the board for you, and I think he does that as well as any player in the game of basketball. You get him the ball in his spots, and he can either make a jumper or he can get to the basket and get the ball in there and get fouled. And those guys are rare, guys that can not only shoot the long shot, the short, the pull-up 15 mid-range shot, and then he can get to the basket.
This current Knicks team, Jason Kidd running the point, a little bit older at this point. Tell me about this team.
I think Jason's really going to help. He's one of my favorite players. He knows how to play the game as well as any point guard that ever played the game, and he'll get guys the ball in the right spots, and he really understands the game of basketball. He'll be a great addition for the New York Knicks.
You started your own foundation. Carmelo has his foundation. You guys work on Courts for Kids together. Tell me about the Courts for Kids program.
Well, we're just trying to give back to our community. That's what Carmelo's done here in Baltimore and in Puerto Rico. He's a great kid. I mean, he's given back. He gave us this facility. Without his contribution, we never would have built this center. So, it's important. We talk all the time with our players about giving back, and Carmelo's a great example of somebody who's given back to his community.
Tell me about this.
We have shooting machines here. They can get 500 shots up in a half an hour, and they're in here all the time. It's tremendous. It's been a tremendous facility.
Who's your best player of all time? Is it Carmelo Anthony?
Well, he's the only guy that was the big gun on the national championship team. A tremendous player. And I always tell, I played with the greatest player that ever played at Syracuse, Dave Bing, and that's always been what we've gone by here. But certainly Carmelo is just an unbelievable player. In 1 year, to win a national championship in 1 year is hard to do.
The great Coach Boeheim. Thanks a lot, Coach.